Hello, good evening, Akriti and Shreya. We have gathered here on a very special occasion today to enlighten and enrich our young minds with the importance of yoga because today we have the International Yoga Day. So we decided that as we keep saying math is omnipresent, math is everywhere, we cannot survive with math. Why not just relate math and yoga today? So that's why I welcome both of you to my iPi live talk show today. And before we begin with the show, I would just want you to give one liner description about yourself so that our audience knows what you do with us in igebra.ai. So we begin with Shreya.
First of all, hi everyone, and happy International Yoga Day to everyone. I work as a junior digital marketing analysis at igebra.ai.
Great. Akriti.
Hi everyone. So I work as a content editor and a content writer for igebra.
All right. So today we decided to just relate math and yoga. Yoga plays a very significant role in many of our lives. Some people out of boredom or maybe out of disinterest leave yoga in between, which can have negative consequences as well. If we say that yoga has positive, so we should always keep in mind that the coin has the other side too. So guys, if you do not do it properly, it can also have a negative impact. But when we are talking about not doing it properly, what do you mean? It's about numbers, it's about degrees, it's about angles. So let's see what math and yoga gets in the minds of these two girls who are there with us today. So Shreya, when I say math and yoga, what do you feel about it?
Math and yoga. Like when you do yoga, there is always science and math present in it. Like as we do asanas and all, there is a thing called geometry in that. Like not many people know about it, but geometry is very much involved into yoga. Not only geometry, shapes, functions, and transformation and poses. They are much, like doing yoga according to angles and the shapes. Like a few of yogas are there, like chakrasana and bridge poses, where in chakrasana you bend according to the angles and according to the geometry. And like without knowing them properly, if you do, there will be another impact on that. So I feel that's important.
Okay, that's right. So there were some concepts in math which Shreya tried to relate with yoga, which is actually true because I'm pretty sure in our school days, the yoga period that we have was about just boring, sleeping, and then I don't know what all thoughts we had running in our minds, maybe some tension, maybe something about boards, this, that. So yes, it has a deeper meaning and not just about doing some postures randomly. So let's ask Akriti now. Akriti, when I say math and yoga, what comes in your head?
Okay, so math is basically using a lot of degrees when we talk about yoga poses and everything. So you're bending down, creating a tree like structure or something, even if your like hands are folded. So there is some, combination of mathematics with yoga, definitely. And I also read about that, 84 number in mathematics is a very, popular thing in yoga. So it definitely represents a harmonious and spiritual relationship between a person and the universe. So yes, math and yoga are, very related to each other, and the connection is very strong.
All right. So
I
that
would actually like to add to what Akriti said, like 84, there are actually 84 lakh poses of in yoga.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like that's why it's important. Like 84 number is also important in yoga.
Yes.
That's amazing. I think these are some great facts which we often tend to ignore because sometimes, as I said, people are very bored. They don't want to move their bodies, but it really helps to increase the flexibility and also imbibe positivity in oneself. So that was a general perspective what we spoke about. I would now request Shreya to give us few poses or some asanas that she must be liking in her school days, or maybe now also, what you like, and tell our audience as to what do you feel about numbers, the angles or geometry that you were explaining us just few minutes back.
Okay. Um, as yoga is an ancient and traditional science designed for humans, well-being of humankind. There is always some or the other, concept of math is involved in yoga. Like as I told, I about chakrasana and bridge pose. I actually do chakrasana and bridge pose on a daily concept base. Like as you know, I'm a classical dancer. Like it is important for us to start our the class with a few of the yoga poses.
Okay.
Because yoga helps us to stretch our muscles and everything more. So we always start with the basic like shavasana and all those things coming along. Like we do half an hour of yoga, then start dance.
Okay.
So here you're seeing like not only yoga but all the other things which we do are related to math. I would say like when we do chakrasana, we have to totally bend our whole body backwards and support our whole body on our two legs and two hands. Like
That's
our
like a
whole body will be on
yeah.
air totally.
Yeah, semicircle kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is impossible without knowing geometry behind it or the
Right.
angles behind it. And also there is an other course called bridge course. Like everyone knows that, even a small kid will know that. Like it's a easy bridge course which we like front side we balance our body.
Okay.
It comes like a bridge. How a bridge is there, it forms like that. So our legs will be at the 45 angle. So even when yoga teachers or the yoga trainers are teaching to kids or any elder person, they always mention keep your legs and hands at 45 degrees, 50 degrees, and all those things, because we tend to understand better if we involve math in that.
Right. Okay, that's really enlightful. Because the thing is that if you do not do it rightly, often instructors keep telling us the posture is wrong, the angle is wrong, the degree is wrong, because it can have a negative consequence on oneself. So if all the young minds or individuals feel that it does not, the angles and the degrees does not play an important role, guys, it's not true. It's wrong. Actually, you should always have proper postures and angles while you're doing exercises. So now you spoke about Shavasana, Shreya. So that was actually my favorite asana because I felt like sleeping in that, and that was the best time when you have to close your eyes and you just go off. So on the similar lines, I would like to ask Akriti. Akriti, am I right when I say you just have to lie down and sleep and it's just very meditative and very peaceful for you, or am I wrong?
Okay, so you are slightly correct. Yes, it is very similar to just lying around and, just in a very sleepy mood. But yes, when we see the scientific side of that story, it is basically to relax your body as well as your mind. So it's
Right.
just not that you're just lying down and then, thinking about all the gossips that your friend have passed on to you. That was just
Yeah.
not, it's just letting whatever thoughts that they are following in your mind, just giving space and not thinking about them. It's just whatever is flowing, just let it flow. Just don't try to think. Yes, initially the process is quite difficult and a person might get agitated sometimes. But yes, by following it for a period of time, then definitely you will get that kind of confidence wherein you are not only relaxing with your body, but your mind is also, taking some kind of rest.
All right. So, is there any other favorite asana which you like during your school days, or maybe even if you do yoga now?
I do not, I'm not a very regular practicer of yoga, but yes, I used to do it earlier. So nowadays, my husband is actually, taking into the liking and he's getting up early to do it. But I am being a very lazy person. I'm not able to get it early in the morning. But yes, my favorite pose could be that tree pose because you had to, stretch. And then second one definitely will be Padmasana, where you're just sitting with your palms facing the sky. And then also you're like kind of relaxing, giving, and especially I believe yoga makes a lot of difference when you are doing it out in the open. Nowadays there is a lot of pollution, and people might not get a proper place sitting and proper peaceful area to perform all of these things. But I think it is best performed out in the nature where your hand, whatever, you can actually see the sky above your head. So yes.
All right. So that was what Shreya and Akriti feel about yoga. And you guys got to know how much these girls do yoga and how much they like about the asanas and degrees and postures, which often goes unnoticed. And that was the whole criteria and the aim, that if you do the asanas properly, you imbibe positivity and keep away the negativity, which is very important because all of us are so busy involved in hassles of our life, so many things here and there. So guys, I think it's not about even doing yoga for 2 to 3 hours in a go, but even if you do it half an hour or 45 minutes and do it properly, it makes a difference. So before we wrap up, I would just ask Shreya to give one liner to our lovely audience out there.
I would say for all those people who struggle with math, you can actually learn math with the help of yoga.
Okay, that's nice. How about you, Akriti?
I think yoga should not, be something that you do for fun, but it should become a regular practice in your life. As simple as getting up in the morning and having a cup of tea or coffee. It should become a part of your lifestyle, not only because it's good for your health. I think it is good for everyone, um, for your health, for your body, and it is even, I believe, it's really good for the environment as well, because I believe, uh, you know, connecting it, connecting the blocks together when you actually practice yoga, and then you're kind of fully developed into that kind of routine. Your television consumption, your screen time also might get reduced. Although this is it's not very relational, but that is what I believe. That, when you are actually concentrating your energy into a positive thing, then definitely all of these things take a backstage, because you get tired and then you want to end your day, on a very, at a young time. So yes, it is good for the environment. It's good for you, and it's good for everyone.
All right. So, audience, as Akriti rightly mentioned, and even Shreya mentioned, that overcome your fears of math with postures. And at the same time, Akriti, I would definitely agree with you on saying about the screen time, because it's not just about using the social media or some gala time, but it's also about work that we are continuously on the phone. And if we check the screen time, it's actually a shock once you discover that almost, I think, major part of the day you're on your phones, apart from the part where in the night where you're just sleeping. So I think that's really important that you indulge yourself in some other activities as well. It's good for your mind, for your creativity, for your analytical reasoning, which are all a part of math. So thank you, Shreya. Thank you, Akriti, for being a part of my live talk show. And I'll catch you two very soon for the next episode.
Thank you so much, Sarvi. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank